Yeah.
Well, at least he's not coming after you, because look at those feet.
You see the feet? Yeah. Yeah. And
they're common in Australia, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they say they kill people if you don't be careful. If they kick you, they can rip your stomach open.
well, hey, if he begins to attack me, Joanne, take my phone and video. Don't ever stop recording. We got to capture this moment of Lester's demise, because you know what? There'll be a lot of people say, I told you so. Lester, I told you so. And I bet folks would love that as I'm walking around holding my guts in. There'll be a lot of, I told you so, Lester. So I got something really funny yesterday. A lady sent me an email. Boy, now we got the whole crew coming out. A lady sent me an email, okay? And it was the funniest email. Oh, you're pretty, Carl. Oh, look at him, y'all, getting big for the camera. And she sent a hilarious email. And I'm going to give you a picture of, she had made a little poster type thing that she attached to her email. And it talked about Annie, Granny Annie. It talked about Ernie. And it also referred to Carl. And all three of these guys are like the grand protectors. Now I'm going to put that picture on here and show you all, and then I'll read it. I'll read it and we'll go along together. But I thought it was hilarious the way people are tying Carl into part of Annie's, Commander Annie's brigade, her protectors, her home security, her home protectors, if you will. And seriously, I don't know if these babies realize what good hands they're in now. We've had a couple of issues inside this little pasture. You all know, you've watched the videos, you've seen the dogs especially who've come up from across the street out of that neighborhood and come over in here and have messed around and even killed some of our babies. I double dog dare the next little mutt come out of that neighborhood. Carl, I've already passed. I'm sorry, Carl. I've already given away all of the cereal. Carl, I'm sorry. And I still prefer to be out of the pasture. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this is what I've discovered. So it's only been a week with Carl. Man, it's been a great week. It's been a really exciting week. And what I've learned about Carl is that, for the most part, even if he were to be agitated or angry, or he can't hurt you with his head, you guys. He cannot hurt you with his head. He has no bite, and he has no power with his head. He may look scary, sort of reptilian, if you will, when you look at him up close. But he can't hurt you with his head. He has no teeth. But the only thing that I would fear, if he were to show a side that we don't know about yet, is with his kick. He has some really amazing talons. Very impressive talons. And obviously you would not want, you could be gutted by one of those talons. I mean, don't freak out, because I could also be gutted by Tex or Santana's horns, okay? You could be stepped on and crushed by Moo. So we know that there's always a danger, a threat to taking care of, certain sized or certain animals. But what I like to do is read, you can read their demeanor. It's like Ringo. You know when he's having that kind of a day where he's going to be a little jerk. I'm sorry for all you who love Ringo, but I do. You know the days that he just wants love and the days that he's looking for trouble. And so I know that saying. Tex has never, ever, ever been mean to me. Neither has Santana. And as of now, neither has Carl. We haven't seen a side of Carl that scares me yet. But it's only been a week. I've watched him by day, by night, during feed times. And I would never put him in this pasture if I thought he was going to be a danger. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. This little guy that we all love so much, the one who's been the star of viral videos in multiple languages, Oh, okay. Just kidding. I am tired though. Thank God I have no neighbors. Ow! Ow! Ah! I'm running from it. Oh, is the only one that has ever hurt anybody in here. He has hurt more babies in here, and you're not screaming and hollering to get the goat out of the pasture. You're not. So what you worry about is the potential. You worry about what could happen if Carl had the demeanor of Ringo, right? That's what you're worried about. I'm gonna tell you right now, he doesn't. He doesn't. Oh, but Lester, I Googled that there's been an ostrich that killed a lion. Okay, well, guess what? That's also out in the wilds of Africa, okay? That's also in the wild of Africa, where animals are by nature defensive and they have to fight or, to live, or they're going to die. And they're territorial and they're protective of their young and of their women, their families, so think about it for a minute. If Carl had babies, or if Carl had a lady friend, if Carl had a reason to be territorial, yeah, maybe he would be a little bit more dangerous to be around. But as of right now, Carl's just wanting to fit in. Carl's like anything else, he just wants to fit in. And guys, don't forget about the environment an animal lives in, or even a human for that matter, determines a whole lot more about who they become than what you realize. But what I like to do is just watch and learn. And so I don't really know exactly how to put it into words, but I'll say it like this. I know from being a school teacher for all those years, and I know what you're going to say, Lester, being a school teacher is totally different than taking care of exotic animals. Okay, guys, I get it. But what I'm trying to say is being a school teacher in an inner city school, something that I know, I'm not familiar with. I don't come from that background. I don't know I don't know street language per se. I'm going to put that in little air quotes, street language. I don't, I'm a white guy from, can we just call it the boonies? And yet I taught for all those years with the inner city kids. And what I've learned is this. I think that the environment you create with your students determines a whole lot of determines more than what people realize. And so if you create a loving, nurturing environment where they see you as not just their teacher, but sometimes you have to be their big brother. Sometimes you have to be like a father figure, an uncle. I mean, you name it. You take on so many roles, but those kids see you as, ultimately they see you as their protector. You're going to stand up for them, stand up with them. And so I've seen middle school and high school age kids who are hard on the outside, but they learn real fast that they don't have to be that way around you. That might be the way that their environment forced them to be to survive, the streets, if you will, but they don't have to be that way around you. And so I feel that a whole lot of that same thing is true here on the farm. You take babies like Carl here, what he's seen from us this week here at the sanctuary, the rescue, is that we're going to provide him with food and water. Jamie is going to come out and sing to him, and I talk to him all the time. I'm just walking around talking to him, and there's no threats from us. He's learned that these babies are his friends. And so already in just the week that he's been here, we've seen him calm down considerably. Now I know that you're going to mistake him pacing the fence line as an agitation. He's irritated. Guys, that's not true. He's done that from day one, and that's the same behavior he had back at the place we rescued him from. Yeah, they can kick, Joe, and they also have really, really long claws. Yeah. What am I going to do with them? I don't know. I'm gonna learn a lot right now. I can promise you that. I'm learning a lot right now, Joe. I don't know if he's here beside me to protect me from you and that monster that you're riding. You know what I'm saying? I know they're very territorial. Hey, that's Joanne. She's nice, okay? Joanne's nice. That's Joanne. She's nice. Yeah, I know they're very territorial. And so even though he's been great here the days that we've had him, when the mower came up, I could see that he was acting a little bit different because he hasn't been around a mower yet. And then when you drove by, he ran up to the fence line like he was just like not sure, like not sure. Just talk to him, Joe.
You don't think they ever mowed the grass around him?
I don't know. He's being great with the animals. Carl, can you be sweet? You're scaring me and Joanne.
Well, I think it's...
No, he's being great with the animals. I just think that I haven't mowed around him. And no, I did mow my grass.
Oh, he's big.
Yeah, he's huge, Joe. I mean, he's 8 foot tall. But can you see his talons from where you're standing?
They're in the grass.
They're in the grass. I kind of feel like, we're learning a lot. We're learning a lot every day. He was out there by himself for a while. Then we put the cows out there with him, and he was great.
So what's going on with his
he found himself caught up in a love triangle. I laugh.
Yeah, no, he just keeps flopping that one wing. Is it hurt? Or
no, that is actually a way to make him look more. He making himself look bigger for you. That's why
more intimidating.
Yeah, more. Yes, that's. And so we're going to learn a lot. But I've been out here so much day and night, just kind of seeing what he's going to do. And so this is a first. Say again.
I saw him when you brought him in. He didn't seem too bad though.
Unloading him, he was excited to get out. It was tough on the guy who had to load him. I felt bad for the handler.
I saw that.
You watched the video?
Yeah,
I felt bad for that guy. The guy that owned him, he stayed far away. But the little handler had to come out there and grab him by the neck and push him in. And I tried to help the best I could. But he's been great so far. But I tell you what, I still have a lot to learn. I have a whole lot to learn, Joe.
He seems really calm though,
Well, while he was in the trailer, I was able to put my hands on him, and I loved on him, and Ellie touched on him, and Jake touched on him. And but once I let him out, he doesn't want you to come too close. This is about as close as I can get before he kind of...
Well, yeah, but he's got to get used to you.
And you know what I'm wondering? This is interesting. You know how Cornholio, the turkey, will floof up and turn his puffy side towards you? Look how he only has one wing poofed up. Carl... Okay, now you got both wings ploofed up. Is that a warning? Carl, you can't be mean to me and Joe. So you see how the wings poofed up right there?
He's probably going in the shade.
He is going in the shade. I bet he's hot. You're okay, Carl. So now he's going to turn around and puff this wing up towards us over here. Yeah.
Well, at least he's not coming after you, because look at those feet.
You see the feet? Yeah. And
they're common in Australia, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they say they kill people if you don't be careful. If they kick you, they can rip your stomach open.
well, hey, if he begins to attack me, Joanne, take my phone and video. Don't ever stop recording. We got to capture this moment of Lester's demise, because you know what? There'll be a lot of people say, "I told you so, Lester. I told you so." And I bet folks would love that as I'm walking around holding my guts in. There'll be a lot of, "I told you so, Lester. I told you so."